already rolling with another exclusive interview. This is Sterling Silver. I'm back again on Silver Rides, already rolling. I got a really dope guest today on the show. You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all been wondering why I be eating these tacos at, where I get my food at on Tuesdays. This is the reason. He's the reason why I'm about to get 50 pounds heavier in the next 6 months, bro. My dog Sergio, man. Thank you so much for being on the show, bro.
Thank you. What's up?
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Hey, and that's just being for the intro. But like, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself when you got time. You know what I'm saying? Because people, they gotta know who you are. You know what I'm saying? But like, basically, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be talking my shit about y'all on the internet. Like, yo, they got the best tacos in the net, for sure, bro. Like, and I don't think I'm BSing for real. I've been reading up on y'all. It ain't just my opinion. Like, but we get into that in a second. How did this come about? First off, introduce yourself, you know what I'm saying, and talk about Olla, the creation of Olla, and how did it come into like just being real Kentucky?
So my name is Sergio Gutierrez, and it all started with my dad's idea of owning a store.
Okay.
And he's had this store for about 11 years now. It's called Gutierrez Deli.
Okay.
And that's where all the inspiration kind of happened. Like, our family-wise, we have a lot of family that, like in Mexico, you have to hustle in order to make ends meet. So we're always used to, like, you know, we were always selling stuff and figuring out a way to how to make something pop. And then coming over here, having more opportunities, my dad was able to land that store. We got into the store without knowing how to do it. We just knew that we needed to sell stuff, and that's like kind of what we knew at the time. And we wanted to serve our community because there wasn't a lot of Hispanic stores at the time. So we, my dad risked it on that, and then it ended up going good. Like, more Hispanic people started moving to Covington, and so we started to have a little bit more clientele, and that's where it all started like kind of happening, because at first that store was a deli. We started selling like sandwiches, and then
we talking about the store right here on the corner. Is it, what's it called? Is it
Gutierrez
Deli? Okay, that's y'all too.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Respect. Okay.
Yeah. So that's literally what it started. So one day, you know, like the little I don't even know what they're called, bro. You plug them in and you cook the pancakes on, like they're
skillets.
Yeah, but like the electric ones, the little countertop skillets.
Yeah.
So one time we were in there and we were hungry, and we sold tortillas. We sold a lot of the Mexican stuff. So we were making ourselves tacos, and then people were coming in. They're like, "Oh, y'all sell tacos?" We're like, "Yeah, what you want?" You know. So it started out like that. We fixed our little kitchen in there to allow us to be able to make tacos.
Yeah.
And that's how we started doing food at the store. Okay. And then we started seeing the potential that we had within the food, because like we've always cooked at home. Yeah. All of our meals were home cooked meals. And then we started realizing that people really liked the way that we made our food. So then we kind of started capitalizing off of that, as in like, okay, let's try to sell tacos. So then we started advertising the tacos, and it started picking up.
Yes.
And it got to the point where I became interested in it. Like, there was, being in that store for 10 years, at first I didn't like being in there, not wanting to be in there, you know. But then as you start growing, you kind of start growing into that role. Yeah. So then I started helping my dad out. I started like taking charge of the store, and what he would do is like he would take vacations and he would leave me there for a couple months, and I'd run it. Yeah. And that's what's helped me like think the way I think, and shape me to be able to be successful in Olla, because it was all a learning experience. And like I said, at the time I didn't understand or I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my life or with what I knew. And then there was a program that was offered by the city of Covington. It was called the Chef Low program. Okay. And I was interested in it because there was like, I felt like I knew how to cook. I felt like I knew the taco scene, but I wanted to learn like the terminology of stuff. Like me being bilingual, like I would know what a certain utensil was called in Spanish, but I didn't know what it was called in English.
Wow.
So I kind of wanted to like go in there just to get more credibility for what I was doing, because like I felt like I couldn't call myself a cook or anything because like I was just cooking what was there, and I don't even know what the names of the stuff is, you know. But like I do know that I can bang this food out.
Yeah.
So then I decided to join that program, and I did really well on it. At the end of the program, they hit me with, "Have you ever thought about opening up your own restaurant?" And it was crazy because this building was supposed to be another business. Yeah. But since it was during COVID and stuff, the construction took a little bit longer than expected, so they kind of got frustrated and found another spot, you know?
Okay.
So by the time that the landlord for here got the money together to do this, now they had all this money and all this ideas and plans that what they were going to do in there. Now they didn't have no tenant.
Wow.
So it was like being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
I walk in, I do really good on that, and they offer me. I was 21. I think this was in 2019.
Okay. So you're 25 now, 24?
No, I'm 28.
You're 28 now. Okay.
So, but when the whole plans, that's when I took the class,
yes.
and then hold on, I lost track.
Take your time, brother.
So, long story short, we got in here when I think I was 21, dude.
Damn.
21 when they offered me that. So
that is dope.
I didn't really know what to do with that. I went to my dad and I like told him what had happened, and my dad was like, "Yo, like opportunities like this don't come often."
Nah.
So he's like, "If I were you, I would take it, but you have to be serious."
Yeah.
At that time, I had already dropped out of school like twice, like you know, living life, learning, and then I kind of like the switch flipped to where like I seen that these people seen something in me that I could do, and then my dad was also encouraging me to do it, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I blindly signed up for this, like not even knowing how to do nothing restaurant wise, like I just knew what I knew from the store.
That is dope.
And then I also went to Gateway, and I got my associates in business management, so as I was learning all of that, the actual business plan for the restaurant came from a school project.
Really?
Because in our business class that I was taking, our biggest project of the year was developing a business plan. So they were taking us over how to develop the business plan. And as I was doing that, my dad's dream was always to have a restaurant. So it kind of like became my dream as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, shits and giggles. Let's do this. Like it all started as a joke, dude. Like it's not like it's crazy to say, but it all started like in class. Like I have classmates that were with me in that class that are coming here that remember my presentations. They were like, "Damn, dude, you really did it! Like you really fucking did it."
Yeah.
So it's just been like I've been in the right place at the right time, man.
And for me, I don't mind talking off camera, bro, because I can really see the hustle in your everyday life. Every time I see you, bro, you on the move. I done seen you serve people food, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, he's the owner? Like, he should, you know, but it shows me how, like, that's where you came from. You were like, I can serve up food, I can do this. I'm not going to be a cook. I don't have to be this. I can be anything. I could take orders, you know what I'm saying? You do it all, bro. So respect to you, bro, and respect for you to keep going and doing something that your father believed in. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's carrying the legacy in a sense, bro. That's really dope.
So, like, with you saying that, the craziest part of it all is, like, I'm the only boy in the family.
Really?
And being from a Hispanic family, like, my dad is the first generation immigrant.
Okay.
So, he left Mexico when he was, I believe, 12.
Wow.
And, like, when I was younger, I didn't think about it like this, but now that I'm older and, like, wiser, I think about it like... And that's what like motivated me to get to where I'm at, because I was like, if my father at 12, 13 decided to leave a country to go give his family a better life, like what's my excuse? Being 18 or being here and having all the opportunities like here and not seeing them, you know? So it kind of like, you kind of have to like really think it's in like what it means. Like this is, it means a lot to me. But it means a lot more to my dad, because there was like a dream that he thought it wasn't going to be possible. Wow. But he put us in the right position, in the right place to make it possible.
Shout out to your dad, man, for real, bro. And I gotta ask, your father still kicking? He's still alive right today?
Yeah,
okay.
He's running the deli right now.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta stop by and meet him, man. I've never been. And I'm gonna be honest with you, sirs. I've never went in there because I thought they were y'all competition.
Nah, it's my dad.
I swear, I was like, I'm only going to Olla's. Respect, bro. So I'm going over there now. I really gotta get up on that. And I said it's actually a market too. Like you could buy actual authentic Mexican dishes and all type of ingredients over there as well. Correct?
Yeah. So we got all the spices, all the drinks. Like we have here, our customer base is a little diverse. So we have a lot of Central American and Mexican products there. So you can find stuff from El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, like a lot of different stuff that you can find in the store.
Respect, man.
So
all right.
We've been able to learn of like. When we first started, we wanted to like cater to the Mexican community because that's all we knew.
Yeah.
But then we like started learning that it was more diverse, that it wasn't just our products that we needed to bring in. So we started learning about other countries' products. So then now we're able to provide everybody with something like for back home, you know?
Yeah, man, that's actually sweet, bro. That's dope, man. Just being for real, respect to y'all for doing that in an area, just being for real, that wasn't that diverse in a sense. I feel like just being for real, with y'all being here, it made a lot more people open and honestly coming over here to get Mexican food and just try different things, get outside their comfort zone. Just being for real, man, I wasn't eating that much Mexican food like that. I'm gonna be 100 with you, not this authentic like this is true. This ain't no Taco Bell, this ain't no Chipotle, this ain't none of that bullshit that you get, you know what I'm saying, see on everyday commercial life. Can you brag for a minute? You already went into the story life, but brag, cause I be bragging on the food, bro. What is your favorite dish at Ola's personally that you like to eat?
So I love the birria tacos and I love the shrimp tacos.
Talk your shit.
I'm kind of burned out of the chicken steak just because we eat them so much, but like it's what got me to where I'm at right now had been the birria tacos, because when the whole situation was that I put down the deposit to get the restaurant, I didn't know when the restaurant was gonna be ready. I took it upon myself to like really research and see what I wanted in my restaurant and what I did. I took a trip to California. When I went out there, I don't even remember, like, I remember seeing the bird scooters for the first time. So with my cousin, we got excited, downloaded the app and started riding around. And then we seen some taco trucks, so we were stopping by. And then there was this one where there was like a crowd around it. And I'm like, what the hell are they selling, you know? There was the birria tacos. And when I tried them, bro, they were good. But like anyone, you know, you're gonna be like, oh, I can make these better.
Yeah.
Like I'm like already like figuring out what it has. Like, so as soon as I get back home, we were making our barbacoa tacos, which is very similar to birria.
Yep.
So I was like, we already knew how to make the barbacoa. I was just playing with the ingredients again. We started doing that. I talked to my dad. Our Tuesdays were our slowest day at the store.
Really?
So I'm like, Dad, let's do Taco Tuesday. And we started doing Taco Tuesday, dude. It started becoming our busiest day of the week.
For sure.
And then it was like, the first week I did one batch, sold out. The second week I did 2 batches, sold out. The third week I was getting pre-orders of this shit. And I was like, but we didn't have the capacity at the store to take up on all the customers that we were getting. So we kind of ran into the dilemma, like, and also we're like, oh, I think we think we really need a restaurant.
Yeah, that's a good problem.
Yeah. So then it was like, that's what I think that probably my favorite dish is that birria taco.
Respect.
It means a lot, you know. It's what got me here, and the rest of them are good too, man. But it's just that birria taco what got me noticed. And the other thing is, it's like I started doing the birria around here before birria even got here. I'm about to look.
Talk your shit. This is your
So let me look at the Gutierrez Deli page, man. I'll show you when we started doing birria.
And live action right now. My niggas talking this shit. Yes.
Like you'll be able to see the evolution of like the food, of how we like.
Man, to hear you say you was doing this at the early age of 21, man, it's interesting as the drive that you have for this business, man, and just being for real, for it to stand out where it's at. There is no other places other than Olla, in my opinion, man. I'm not even trying to sound like a biased journalist, but I am. I'm sorry, bro. This place has a feel. I don't care what no one says. It's the right size. It's the right, you know what I'm saying, for everybody, bro. It's authentically like you feel the food. Like every time you take a bite, like just last night, man. Just oh my God, bro.
The other thing that I really do want people to know about us is that when we open, even like the name of the restaurant's Olla, because it translates to a cooking pot. And my whole
Can you say it again?
Olla.
Olla. Is that how you actually pronounce it?
Yeah, it's Olla.
Olla.
So the two L's make a Y sound in Spanish. Olla. So it's Olla.
It's not Olla.
No.
It's Olla.
But it's cool. Like we picked that name because like we knew it was going to be like a topic of conversation. Like you were going to mispronounce it or whatever. But the biggest thing was that Olla translates to cooking pot, and I wanted to create my own melting pot. As in, like, we've been successful with that because if you look at other Hispanic restaurants or businesses, like we tend to lose, like we tend to have tunnel vision, as in like we want to cater to our Hispanics, as in we don't understand like there's more people than just Hispanics. You know, there's other people that are interested in our culture, but sometimes ourselves we don't let them in because like. Not on purpose, but like if we have only Spanish-speaking people in the business, like majority of the people are going to be Spanish. Yes. If you're an American person and you go into a business and they have somebody that they could have better food than me.
Yeah.
But if they can't provide you with the service of like understanding each other of like what it's in there or something, like it becomes a bad experience no matter how good the food is, you know?
That makes sense.
So that's like the kind of things that I was paying attention because I grew up in Mexico. I came to America, and then I kind of got to live best of both lives. When I came here, I wasn't playing soccer like my fellow Hispanic people.
Hold on, brother. This, you can keep talking on the audio. Keep talking on the audio. So you were playing soccer?
I wasn't playing soccer. I started playing football and basketball. And when I started playing football and basketball, I was able to kind of hang out with people that were different than me. So I was able to hang out with American people, and also I became friends with a lot of like black people because you know they play basketball, and those sports were like for Americans, and soccer is for us. Like that's what we play back home. This was June 2020 when we first started doing like.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
June 2020.
2020, and we are 24 now. Okay.
But we had been doing them before that. Like I said, it was like in 2019 that we kind of started doing all that. But it was like I was figuring out how to advertise, how to do all of that because, like I said, my dad was limited to what he knew.
Damn.
So he ran his business to what he knew, which was word of mouth. He would like print out flyers, give them out and stuff. It's just been like, it's like I said, it's been a blessing to be in this position because I've been able to fulfill my dad's dreams, and that's what what any father would want.
What was your dream growing up? I'm gonna start asking these questions. What was yours?
I really didn't have one. Like I was, it's like you might understand me, but being like you said, being a kid of an immigrant family, like you lose. Like you lose yourself trying to figure out who you really are because it was like back to the comment that I made earlier. Like I grew up in Erlanger. Like after I came to America when I was 10, and then I came here. I was in Erlanger. Well, at first I was in Florence, then I went to Erlanger. I went to Tichenor, and then I went to Lloyd.
Okay.
So I grew up with more black people and white people than Hispanics do because.
That's what you're around.
That's what I was around,
You're in Kentucky.
So then now it got to the point where it was like when I was hanging out with the Hispanics, I wasn't Hispanic enough because I wasn't doing what they do.
Yeah.
When I hung out with the white people or the black people, I wasn't like them because I wasn't white or black, So it's like it was really hard because it was like it's like a dilemma that you have with yourself, because you really need to figure out who you are in order for you to like become successful and be able to do things because you want to do them, not because
somebody else.
You know what I'm saying? So that it took me a lot to learn that. But once I realized that, like it's like I am Mexican, whether they like it or not. Like more Mexican than them, if anything, because a lot of the people that live here have never even lived in Mexico.
Yes.
Like I went to school. My first language was Spanish. I went to school in Mexico first, and then I came here.
Okay.
So then I'm like,
can I ask you what part of Mexico you guys are from?
We're from Puebla.
Okay. Cool.
So it's around 3 to 4 hours down south from Mexico City.
Okay.
So, but yeah, man, accepting who you are and embracing it is what makes you like stronger. You know, as in like now I know why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, and like I don't care if they have something to say or if they think, like, it doesn't matter, because it's like they don't know the story behind it. You know, they see what you're doing and whatever. Okay, cool. For me, it's like I just have a vision of where I want to get because of what I've experienced, you know, with my family and stuff. And I want to be able to be that person that my dad didn't have the opportunity that I did. My dad wasn't able to go to college. My dad wasn't able to go to high school. Wasn't able to go to middle school, you know. And then we take that for granted, man. Like
talk your talk.
A lot of stuff that we take for granted. So being here and understanding that and seeing the opportunities that we really have out here and not seeing them as something like that's supposed to be there. You know, a lot of people we think that certain stuff was like it's supposed to be there, but it's not.
That's called entitlement, brother.
Yeah,
it is.
Like it's crazy because it's like we just went to Mexico. We go to Mexico every year. The closest gas station to my town is around 45 minutes.
What the hell?
We live in the middle of nowhere, so you have to learn how to like balance things out. You have to be able to like think on the spot. Like anything happens, like you have to be able to like, and it's not because that's the way you want to live. It's like you have to adapt like that if you want to survive.
Yeah.
And being here in America, dude, like I'm not saying people don't struggle here and stuff, but a lot of it, it's like there's so many resources, dude, that we have here that we're just too lazy.
The struggle is different for sure. You're not lying, and what you just said, before I cut you off, laziness, brother, is another thing that hinders a lot of people from being great. And
sometimes too, it's like I think about it like this now. Like I'm in a position that I am because a lot of people helped me. I couldn't do this by myself. Like I that's one thing that I will let people know, that I will never take the entitlement to be like, oh, I did this by my because you can't do it on your own. Yeah. You know?
Hell no.
So that's why it's like whenever I have the chance to help somebody else, I will help them because somebody helped me. Somebody was willing to help me to see if I could or couldn't do it, you know?
Yeah, you could. I'm gonna be 100 with you, Serge. You got all the right to be cocky. You got all the right to be arrogant. You got all the right to be an asshole, but you ain't, and you not, for the simple fact, bro. It's your soul, man. I'm a guy on energy. I'm a big on energy, man. Your soul, your energy. That's the one thing that I can say. Another reason why me and my family, we come here a lot. Your food is great. That's one thing. But like I said, man, when we come here, we feel at home. Y'all always welcome us. Jordan at the door, she knows us by our name now. She knows our kids by our names now. Like, you guys are like a second family to us, because just being for real, man, when we moved over here, we were like, we don't have any place to eat. Like, there's nowhere to eat. Everything's McDonald's and Wendy's and shit like that, bro. Like, we could come here and be like, this food is fucking fire, and the people nice. We know we can get some good food from them, and I feel like that's something that you guys, I can tell you that's what you probably, you know what I'm saying, preach to your employees. Yo, man, it ain't about you representing you representing me, my dad, our lineage. Like, did you do that when y'all first got into the league? Like, were y'all like Chick-fil-A and y'all employees like, hey, y'all gotta be this way, or is it just authentic like this?
It's been all authentic, as in like I've made a lot of mistakes and I've learned from my mistakes, and I'm gonna continue to learn from them, because like you're never gonna be ready for something no matter how long you wait or how much you prepare for it. Like, the only way to get ready for it is by doing it. And what I've learned, like even in life, like shit happens, and it's up to you whether, like, if you want to keep going or not. So it's the same thing with the business. It's like there's been times where we were doing stuff in the front of the house a certain way, and I looked at it like, okay, but from my perspective, and then I would have somebody from another restaurant or a buddy or something and be like, hey, have you looked at this? Maybe this looks, and then you get an outside perspective, and like sometimes the outside perspective or criticism is harsh, but you have to you have to learn and adapt in order to survive in this business. So it's like I could get mad at that person that pointed something out, but if I know that I'm wrong, I have to, like I might not accept it at the moment, but me as a person, I am gonna go back to that person and let them know maybe the next day, like, thank you for what you said to me.
Come on now.
Because it's like you have to keep yourself accountable. And when your employees see that and see that you're like keeping yourself to that standard, they have no excuse not to do what you ask them to do. It's like, for example, I wash dishes in here, I cook, I do everything, bro. And it's not like I tell them I don't even feel like the owner because I don't want that like. I don't want to walk in and be like, oh, I'm the. You get me?
Yeah,
I want to be able to, like, I'm the owner, but like these people are willing to do whatever because they know that I'm willing to do the same. I'm not asking them to do something that I'm not willing to do myself.
That shows signs of a great leader. When you say, hey, we're all one, we're all equal, I'm not above the next man. That shows signs of a great leader. You know what I'm saying? That's a great example of a great leader. You know what I'm saying? You are the owner of the company, but you're letting everyone know, hey, man. We all put our shoes on 1 foot at a time. So that's really showing your humbleness, your meekness to the business and to people and humanity, bro. It's a lot of part-time humans out here. They like to think I'm better than you just because I signed your checks. And that's not cool, bro. So shout out to you for being a good leader as well with women and men. Like, that's important in this world.
It's just like I've been in positions where like I've worked for people who are not the best type of people, you know, so I've always told myself if I were to be in a position where I could like have that power or that authority, like I'm not gonna abuse it.
Yeah.
You get me? Because like when you're like, especially for me, like I worked some construction jobs, and with the construction jobs, dude, like it's like here you become family because we work together every single day. So like it becomes to where like. Yeah, sometimes like, you know, you wake up, you're all good. Sometimes your back hurts.
Yeah.
But when your back hurts, you have the other guys like, all right, like they'll pull your weight.
Yeah, got you.
So like I've been in situations where I've been treated good and bad, and it's like, from my experiences, it's like I want to create the best experience for them to be here. Like I want you to come in here and work, and not only enjoy your job, be proud of what you're doing, but like really feel like you're valued and respected because like. That's something that I feel like the big companies don't do. The big companies are worried about how many numbers you're punching in or whatever. And for me here, it's like, I want you guys to be happy with what you're doing. And I want you guys to be like proud of what you're doing because like that's what they teach us in our culture. Like it doesn't matter if you have some raggedy clothes, but you make sure that you walk outside with that clothes being super clean. Even if it's the only clothes you have, it's washed and clean. Like that's what it doesn't matter what you have. So you've got to be prideful in what you have.
Yes.
And when you do that, like you get really good workers.
Yes.
Because you get people who are prideful to where like they care for it like it was their own.
Yeah.
It's not they're not coming here for a check.
Facts.
Like now they're coming here because they're excited to see the people that they work with.
Yep.
Or you get what it becomes like
I do.
Like I'm here at the restaurant more than I'm in my own house. I hang out with my employees more than I hang out with my own family.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I want to integrate, and that's why it's a small business, like a small family business.
I was about to ask you because I did have a question in my notes. With this being so much of a close-knit type family or anything like that, but y'all food being so good and the reviews and stuff like that, would you ever think about franchising?
I have and I haven't. Because to me it's not about how many restaurants I have or anything. To me it's about creating the experiences with these people. Like my biggest like goal is to become a big part of the community, where I think we've been accomplishing that little by little.
Yeah.
And that's what my goal is currently. I want to be able to like stay here and focus on the food, because I feel like sometimes when you franchise or you're starting to think about expanding, you're more worried about, meeting the bills, meeting everything, that the quality of the food starts coming down.
Yep.
And I don't want that. I want us to have, even if it's just this one restaurant, but I want it to be good. I want it to be like what we want it to be, like what we represent. Like I want to have quality over quantity.
Respect, brother.
So like I'm not saying that I'm not thinking of maybe expanding in the future, but I think that once I feel like this is fully taken care of, then I'll move on to the next one, because like this is my baby, man.
This is inspiring though, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Your story is very freaking inspiring, man. All jokes aside, no camera on, anything like that.
No. And it's crazy, bro, because like what I have noticed in me and other people is that I'm not smarter than the next guy. Like, I'm not smarter, but I'm like relentless. That's
yes.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if I want something, I'm gonna do everything in my power to accomplish it. If it matters, if it means working 24 hours, like whatever it is that I have to do, I'm gonna do it. And the reason why I'm willing to make those sacrifices is because, like I said, I think about it like my dad. Like at 12 years old, imagine what you were doing at 12 years old. If somebody told you, like, even if somebody told you, hey, we're switching schools, what are you thinking about? Your friends, like,
crazy,
like,
bro. You know, it's so wild. To make it make sense, I moved here when I was 12, 13 from Charleston, South Carolina to Cincinnati, and I thought that was a culture shock. I cannot imagine moving from South Carolina back to, just say, Jamaica or freaking Canada, anything like that, bro. That will blow me out the water, because I don't know where the hell to start. Like, I wouldn't know where to start at, you know?
But that's what makes you, like, that's what drives that fire in you, because once you are forced,
back against the wall,
once you are forced to survive, it's when you really see your true colors.
Damn,
it really is. It's like, if you, like, I'm not saying like it takes bad to do good, but it's like you have to eye-opener. You have to be hungry.
Yeah, bro.
And like sometimes you're not hungry because you've never been in a position where you had to be hungry. And it's like, and I'm talking about like literal hungry.
You ain't lying.
Because like when you're like in Mexico where we're from, like a lot of the people that live there, they still hunt for food.
Damn.
Like something that we don't have to worry about here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everyone, because like I said, there is, but there's a lot of resources here.
Nah, facts, bro.
Over there, we don't have the resources. Over there, it's like if you don't eat, you don't eat, and nobody cares.
Damn.
And here, it's like if you don't eat, if your friend sees it, like go ahead, like you know, like something.
Yeah.
But it's like you're becoming like comfortable with that, and then you leave yourself in that situation, and like in Mexico, it's so messed up that you don't have time to get comfortable.
Damn, bro. See, this is what's so funny. I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm glad the thing's working now, so people could see the actual video of this, because they need to hear this, man. It's a lot of people, like we said earlier, the entitlement is growing crazy. It was at one point when people just say it's just white entitlement. Nah, bro, it's entitlement all over in the world now.
It's just like, I think it's generational.
Yes.
Because like our parents were taught to work like animals, you know? And now it's becoming like, now you got to work smarter, not harder. But yes, but it doesn't mean literal. Like you still, like the one saying that my dad's always told me is like, you have to eat shit. You have to eat shit. Why? Because, dude, if you're in a job and you really need that job, like don't do it because you're working for the company. Do it because whatever problem you have at home, you got to fix it. And once you're out of that, you can, like, you don't owe no employer, no loyalty, no nothing. You only, like, the loyalty is to yourself. And I always tell this to my employees too. And I'm like, if you find a better opportunity, I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to be happy. I want you to grow. You know, like, there's going to be opportunities. Go ahead. Like, I took an opportunity and I'm here. What if it takes you to the next level? And I'm not like trying to keep them to myself or nothing. I'm like, bro, like, there's enough for everyone. There's literally enough for everyone.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
That, I don't know, man. I haven't even, like, with everything in the restaurant going so fast and stuff, like, I haven't even got to sit down and really enjoy the fact that I'm really doing this. Like,
are you still in belief? I'm about to say, are you still in belief that you have what you have right now? Like, is it still coming to you? Like, damn, I have probably one of the best restaurants in the city.
It's starting to like I'm just now starting to not understand, but like having the time to sit down and look at it. Like, damn, this is what my hard work's been doing. You know, because I was so in the business, working in the business, that like there was a lot of things that I wasn't taking care of outside of the business. So then now with me being able to get great employees, having that help, having that, like, it's like my backbone. Like, whenever I'm not there, they're there. So, like, having those employees, dude, is what makes my life easier.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah, bro.
And that's why it goes back to, like, I need every single one of them in order for me to be successful. So I'm not going to feel like I'm over them if I couldn't be nothing without them.
This nigga's a great leader, bro. I'm sorry.
It's crazy, bro. It's just crazy because it takes a while to understand that when I first started, since I was doing everything, like you said, I was cocky as hell. Like, nobody can come and do what I'm doing. It got to the point where we started getting so busy, I couldn't keep up with it anymore. So I needed somebody else.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it got to the point where then we needed somebody else.
Yeah.
And then we needed somebody else. And then that's when I started realizing, like hey, like, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I'm really good and fast at cooking and everything, but how long would I be able to do it for?
Yep.
Like, maybe I would, like, if I were arrogant, keep doing it, I would burn myself out in a year.
Yep, for sure.
That's in, like, understanding how, like, I guess, to delegate the work.
Yes.
That's what I'm like. Now I'm working on the business.
Okay.
That's in, like, my manager, my girlfriend, like, they're a big help. Like,
yes.
I shoot out ideas, whatever, they get whatever we need to get done, and, like, they figure out certain things that, like, it's a team.
Yeah.
So
and it does. And y'all, honestly, like, y'all branch out for the community too, man. When y'all had the lowriders out here, man, it was super dope. And y'all gave people a platform, you know what I'm saying, to showcase what they have and stuff like that. I love what y'all do around here, man. Like, y'all ain't just a restaurant. Like I said, like, I feel like we already had, like, the themes convo with this. Like, it's a family, man. Like you said, you bring your girl in, you got your manager, your father being the original inspiration for you to do all this. It's all off the family, bro. And I really love that you kept the family values, and that's tight, bro. That's tight. Always have your family with you, man.
And I think that's what's so important about foreign people, you know? Like, the life here in America is so fast and so, like, everyone's got to make something of themselves, or everyone has to do it on their own. And it's like, in Mexico, it's all about family.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like, holidays are about family. Like, everything's about family. Here is a little bit different. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's just the way of life here.
Yeah.
But when we bring, like, our way of life and kind of integrate it with, like, the American way of life, like, I feel like that's why we're able to be, like, a little bit more successful, because we actually we know where we come from, we know our history, and we know, like, what we eat and why we eat it, as opposed to a lot of people here, like, they just eat what's out there. They don't know, like, why. And I'm so grateful for being able to, like, live both worlds, because that's the advantage I have over other people, that I've been able to, like, live the good and the bad.
Yeah, bro.
Because that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I advise everyone that if you ever get the chance to not even go to another country, like, just go to another state, see how other people live. Like, there's more to life than what you're at. Like, sometimes when you're in something, like, you get tunnel vision, you don't see nothing outside of it.
Yes.
You go somewhere else, you might, like when I went to California and I seen that, bro, literally.
And that gave you the idea, I can do these tacos better than them. Hey, Sergio, real talk, you hit it like I said. When I themed out this show, traveling conversations, the antidote to ignorance, and I really feel like you just hit it on the head, bro. You definitely hit it on the head with this one, man. I'm gonna be free. I think I got just about everything I need for a good interview. Do you have? What is my last question for you before I let you go? What is your end goal for Olla? I said it right, right?
Yeah.
What is your end goal for Olla?
My end goal for, I don't think I have an end goal for it yet, dude. Like, I'm still, like, it's still one of my, like,
You basking in it.
Yeah, like, this was one of, like I told you, I still haven't, like, accepted that my dream is actually becoming a reality. You know, I'm still kind of in that. And I kind of want to keep it like that, because I don't want to get to a point where I'm comfortable.
I got you.
So I got to do that, like, for myself, in order to keep myself on my toes.
Yes, sir.
Because, like, once you sit down and you're like, oh yeah, I did it, I feel like you lose that. So I want to stay on top of the game, as in, like, I want to continue to be an employee of Olla, because I want to be able to, like, be here, see the ins and outs. Like, sometimes when you're the owner, you know, you leave and you don't know what's really going on. So by you being here, you be able to fix the little problems and stuff, and, like, like that's very important to me right now still.
Okay.
So I think that, yeah, I don't know yet, man. Like it's still,
I got you, man. I love it though. But I love that because that's authentically you, and that's great, bro. I'm gonna be. This is awesome, bro. Like for real, man. Thank you so much for doing this for me, bro. Like thank you so much for just sitting down and giving me the time, man.